You might have watched Hollywood movies with beautiful endings to interracial love stories. Well, today, I am going to tell you about a true love story that transcends race and skin color. Meet the action star icon Wesley Snipes, who fell in love with an ordinary South Korean girl, Nakyung Park. Their marriage is still standing strong after 21 years. How did they meet? Why do they love each other? And what do their 4 kids look like today? Grab your popcorn, and let's get into the story. Wesley Snipes' background. Wesley Trent Snipes was born on July 31, 1962, in Orlando, Florida, to Marion, a teacher's assistant, and SMSGT Wesley Rudolph Snipes, an aircraft engineer. He grew up with his 3 sisters in the South Bronx, where his grandmother and mother raised him. In his early years in the South Bronx, Snipes became interested in martial arts at the age of 7 to defend himself because he was small. When he was 12, he got a small role in an off-Broadway production of The Me Nobody Knows. This experience made him decide to focus on performing in the future. Until 1977, Snipes studied acting, music, and dance at the High School of Performing Arts. However, his musical theater dreams faded when his mother moved to Orlando, Florida, before he could graduate. Fortune would have it that he, along with 2 friends and his drama class teachers, Mr. S. Porro and K. Ruggiero, would start a bus and truck theater company that would be instrumental in his high school days at Jones High School. Snipes' musical training enabled him to perform song and dance, puppetry, and acrobatics in city parks, dinner clubs, and performing arts centers around Central Florida. He also won the Victor Borge Scholarship, which enabled him to enter the world-renowned Professional Theater Arts program at the State University of New York at Purchase in New York, now Purchase College, where he honed his theatrical performance and martial arts skills. After graduating with a bachelor's degree in fine arts, he co-starred in a few soap operas and nighttime dramas, peppered in between critical acclaim performances on Broadway. It was there in a Broadway theater. An agent saw him on stage and invited him to audition for his first feature film role. However, it was in Orlando that his talents were discovered by an agent on the stage, kickstarting his career, which has included many different roles. Snipes also attended Southwestern College in California. How did he find himself in the professional world of acting? Keep watching to find out. Wesley Snipes' professional career. Snipes made his film debut in Wildcats, starring Goldie Hawn, in 1986. After starring in Wildcats, Snipes went on to deliver many iconic performances, most notably as the superhero Blade. After Spike Lee spotted him in Michael Jackson's video Bad, the director cast him in Mo Better Blues opposite Denzel Washington in 1990. However, he faced a personal challenge in his relationship during this period, but I will tell you about that later in this video, so keep following me. Despite this personal challenge, Snipes continued to climb the ladder of success in the film industry. The following year, he received critical acclaim for portraying Nino, a ruthless Harlem drug lord, in the film New Jack City. In 1991, Snipes also gained notice for his performance as a black architect who has an affair with his white secretary in Jungle Fever, also directed by Lee. Throughout the 1990s, Snipes remained one of the biggest actors in Hollywood, thanks to subsequent turns in successful films such as the emotionally wrought The Water Dance, the big-budget action flick Passenger 57, where he played an airline security expert who battles terrorists, and the comedy White Men Can't Jump. Though audiences might best remember him in action adventures such as 1993's Rising Sun and 1998's Blade, Snipes has made a concerted effort to explore other directions with films such as Waiting to Exhale in 1995, To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, where he played an over-the-top drag queen, and One Night Stand in 1997, for which he won the award for Best Actor at the Venice Film Festival. Remember, we talked about how Snipes began martial arts training at the age of 12 in 1974? It did not stop there. He holds a 5th-degree black belt in Shotokan Karate and a 2nd-degree black belt in Hapkido. He has also trained in capoeira under Mestre Jalan Vieira and in a number of other disciplines, including Kung Fu at the USA Shaolin Temple, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and kickboxing. During his time in New York, Snipes was trained in fighting by his friend and mentor, Brooke Ellis. This relentless dedication to self-development and honing his skills became invaluable in his acting career. His career continued to progress, and in 2024, He was recast in his role as Blade after 20 years in the Marvel Studios film Deadpool and Wolverine, which integrated the character into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and reunited him with former Blade, Trinity co-star Ryan Reynolds. Following the film's release, Snipes received 2 Guinness World Records, one for the longest career as a live-action Marvel character, surpassing Deadpool and Wolverine co-star Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and another for the longest gap between character appearances in Marvel films. Snipes is not only an action hero, but also a co-founder of Amen Ra Films and Black Dot Media, 2 production companies that aim to nurture Black filmmaking. He has also co-authored a novel called Talon of God, a spiritual thriller about the battle between heaven and hell. Snipes has been recognized for his impact on Black cinema and culture, as he has inspired and provided opportunities for future generations of actors and filmmakers. For such a high-flying star, what was his personal life like? And how did he finally meet the love of his life from the far eastern part of the world? Keep watching if you want to find out. His personal life. His personal life faced challenges early in his career. In 1990, he separated from his college sweetheart, April Dubois, with whom he had a son, Jelani Asar Snipes, born in 1988. They had married in 1985. Despite this, Snipes continued to climb the ladder of success in the film industry. His son Jelani also appeared in Snipes' 1990 film Mo Better Blues. Fortunately for him, he found love again in 2000 when he met the love of his life, Nakyung Park. How did they meet? Don't miss this story, just keep watching. Meeting and relationship with Nakyung Park. Wesley Snipes and Nakyung Park have a love story that is both romantic and inspiring. Nakyung Park, also known as Park, was born on September 1, 1977, in South Korea, to a prominent entertainment executive named Park Cheol. Her father was a director at Munhwa Broadcasting Corporation and produced several hit Korean TV shows from the late 1980s to the 1990s, such as What is Love, Salted Mackerel, and Another Happiness. Nakyung Park grew up in a wealthy and influential family, but she had a passion for art since her childhood. She was fascinated by colors, shapes, and textures, and expressed her creativity through painting and drawing. She moved to the United States between the 1980s to 1990s, where she pursued her artistic career and gained recognition in the art world. The couple first met in 2000 when Park, the Korean artist, was working as a personal assistant on the set of Snipes' movie, Galawaka. Despite the language barrier, they reportedly had an instant connection and fell in love. However, their relationship was challenging. Park was living in South Korea at the time, and Snipes was based in the United States. The couple had to navigate a long-distance relationship, communicating mainly through phone calls and video chats. Despite the distance, their love for each other continued to grow. They dated for 3 years before Snipes and Park decided to take their relationship to the next level and tied the knot in a private ceremony in South Korea. A source who witnessed the ceremony detailed the events of the day. The ceremony was strictly by the books. They were trying to be discreet. They were wearing normal clothes. There was no photographer, no video, no crowds of friends. No one even recognized him. The only witness with them was an acquaintance of Snipes, a local lawyer named John Carbone, and they had to use a court employee as their second witness. A friend of Snipes said of the actor, "It was a basic take-it-or-leave-it thing. He took her down to the courthouse and married her. The poor woman didn't even get a chance to walk down the aisle, and he didn't promise her a honeymoon either." The couple is known to be very private, and they never try to publicize their relationship. Not sensationalizing any of their private life moments has definitely helped the couple navigate their ups and downs. Together, they have overcome the trials and challenges in their marriage. In this video, we will talk about some of those notable challenges. They have faced criticism and prejudice from some people who did not approve of their interracial and intercultural marriage. However, his interracial marriage to an Asian lady impacted the actions he took toward breaking the walls of racism in the American movie industry. In fact, his commitment to racial equality in Hollywood has earned him widespread acclaim. On the set of One Night Stand, he insisted that an actress of Asian descent play his on-screen wife. Chinese actress Ming-Na Wen, known for the Disney film Mulan, was chosen to portray the character of Snipes' fictional wife in the movie. Snipes has long believed that this groundbreaking initiative will help break down barriers around issues of sexuality and race. Now he and his beloved wife Park are one of the strongest couples in Hollywood. What does their family look like? Their kids and their relationship? Let's find out. Family life. Before tying the knot in 2003, the couple had already welcomed two beautiful children into their lives. Their eldest son, Akhenaton Kiwati, was born in 2000, followed by their daughter, Iset Wati, on July 31, 2001. Then, on May 26, 2004, their second son, Alafia Jehuti, arrived. The youngest member of their family, Alimayu Moati, was born in March 2007. Their children have unique names that reflect their parents' diverse cultural backgrounds and interests. Akhenaton Kiwati Snipes is the eldest of 4 children. His name, Akhenaton, means Egyptian pharaoh, and Kiwa is Korean for rising sun. The name of their first daughter, Iset Jwat, whom the couple showers with special attention and treats like royalty, originates from an ancient Egyptian term meaning Egyptian goddess, while Dwa means sun in Swahili. The name of their third child, Alafia Jehuti Snipes, means peace in Yoruba, and Jehu means God is he in Hebrew. Their last child, Alimayu Moati Snipes, has a name that means in honor of God in Amharic, while Moa means chicken in Maori. Interestingly, the letter T appears next to all of their children's names. It's unknown why Park and the movie star used a particular letter in their children's names. Park and Snipes have raised their children in a bilingual and bicultural environment, exposing them to both Korean and American cultures, as well as their African heritage. They have also taught them about art, spirituality, and martial arts. Park appears to be a protective mother, as she does everything she can to keep her 4 children out of sight. The couple has a bittersweet memory associated with one of their 4 children. When the World Trade Center's Twin Towers collapsed on September 11, 2001, it destroyed Snipes' apartment in New York City. Thankfully, Snipes and his wife were not there when the tragedy occurred, since they were on the West Coast, caring for their only daughter, Iset Wati, who happens to share the same birthday as the Blade star. However, their successful marriage was not without its challenges. What was the challenge? And how did they weather that storm? Keep watching to find out. Challenges in the relationship. Another unfortunate event that put a strain not just on the relationship between the couple, but also on their children, was when Wesley Snipes faced legal troubles that landed him in jail. On October 12, 2006, Wesley Snipes, along with Eddie Ray Khan and Douglas P. Roselli, was charged with various counts of tax-related fraud. On February 1, 2008, Snipes was found guilty of 3 misdemeanor counts of failing to file federal income tax returns. On April 24, 2008, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison. There were 6 charges with which he was indicted, which includes: the first was a conspiracy charge, alleging that he agreed with Khan and Roselli to file false amended returns for 1996 and 1997, including false tax refund claims totaling over $11.3 million for the 2 years. Secondly, the government alleged that Snipes, on Khan's advice and with Roselli's assistance, attempted to obtain fraudulent tax refunds using a tax protester theory called the 861 argument, which claims that the domestic income of U.S. citizens and residents is not taxable. Moreover, the government alleged that Snipes sent 3 fictitious bills of exchange for $14 million to the Internal Revenue Service, IRS. Furthermore, he was indicted based on the fact that he failed to file tax returns for any of the years 1999 through 2004. In response to the charges, in a letter dated December 4, 2006, Snipes declared himself to be a non-resident alien of the United States. However, Snipes is a birthright U.S. citizen. He was acquitted of the rest of the charges, but was found guilty of 3 misdemeanor counts of failing to file federal income tax returns. After an unsuccessful appeal, he served 28 months in federal prison and was fined $5 million for willfully failing to file millions of dollars worth of past tax returns. Despite Park's private nature, Nakyung knows how to stand up and defend her husband. Park penned a long letter to their friends and relatives in response to her husband's imprisonment, appealing for their support. According to Park, the statement made by the court on her husband's case was a shocking decision for all of them. She pointed out that her family had suffered a challenging period. Park added, "My warrior husband is still standing strong, willing to give his all to defend his liberty, something that had never crossed our minds that he would have to fight to keep." She also claimed in the letter about the government's abuse of power and noted that they used her husband's fame to make him an example of a crime she believed Snipes never committed. Wesley Snipes being held in prison meant that the entire responsibility for their family of 4 young children fell upon Park. However, she did her absolute best to raise the children right, even in the absence of their father. Despite the economic stress put on the family because of Wesley's incarceration, she made sure that they survived the ordeal without losing their affluent lifestyle. Snipes was released from prison on April 2, 2013. After being released, Snipes never used the term prison in his vocabulary. Instead, he referred to the facility as a camp. Talking about his time away from his family, he revealed that the experience made him more appreciative of his loved ones. In a new interview with The Guardian, the Blade actor said, "I hope I came out a better person. I came out a clearer person," added Snipes. "Clearer on my values, clearer on my purpose, clearer about my relationship with my ancestors and the great God and the great goddess above, and clearer on what I was going to do once I had my freedom back." He continued, "The biggest thing I got from it was learning the value of time and how we often squander it. I understand that very clearly now, having been away from my family and loved ones for 2.5 years." Wesley Snipes' relationship with his family has improved dramatically since his release. On the other hand, Park remains supportive and devoted to her marriage. Even when facing the most serious challenges, she has never abandoned his side. Snipes also admitted that he doesn't view himself as an innocent bystander in any of it. "I made decisions. I accept the ramifications of those decisions. No one forced me to take that person as my accountant. No one forced me to take that person as my lawyer. No one forced me to believe what they were saying. That was on me," he said. "I don't have time to sit back and say I was wronged and recapture all that was lost. I've gained so much more. I understand so much more," added Snipes, reflecting on how he has evolved from the situation. "And if 2.5 years of my life were spent in meditation and isolation, up at that camp out of the 100 I plan on living, good deal, good deal." After serving his time, he made a few movie and TV appearances, including in 2014's The Expendables 3 and Spike Lee's 2015 film, Chirac. He starred opposite Eddie Murphy in Dolomite Is My Name and continued the role of Murphy in the popular Coming to America. So, what is his life like with his wife and career? Let's find out. Current status. Today, Wesley Snipes is 62 years old and his wife, Nakyung Park, is 48. Nakyung is a protective mother who works hard to keep their 4 children out of the public eye. That's why you'll only find a few pictures of her and the kids online. Akhenaton Kiwa T is the oldest at 25, followed by Iset Hwa T, 24, then Alaafia Jehu T, 21, and finally Alimayu Moa T, 18. Wesley and Nakyung have been married for 21 years. Some might say that their decision to stay away from media attention is what keeps their marriage happy. But the couple, Wesley Snipes and Nakyung Park, tell a love story that resonates with the importance of long-lasting relationships. The way they have navigated the difficulties of their personal and professional lives, still prioritizing each other, has made them stronger. Their incredible journey and enduring love inspire many others, proving that true love never dies. Financially, Nakyung Park, being a painter and artist, has a net worth of around $2 million, while her husband, Wesley Snipes, has a net worth of $10 million. What do you think of their dedication to stand by each other? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to get notified whenever we share more informational and interesting content like this. Thank you for watching, and feel free to check out the other videos on our channel.